Oh, I didn't quit at a time. Hello, Bush and Bums! It's Blastin or Stashin episode 1 or 251. Mike's like, I don't know if he's frozen or if he's just like in awe of my superior being. I can't quite tell.
He's stuck.
He's still speechless. So he's speechless. Double S in here already talking about his Huey Brony power. He's going to deflect stuff with Joe. Oh shit! I almost dropped my pen. This is Blastin or Stashin episode 251. So what we do is we pick up the comic books that come out Comic Book Wednesday. We stash the books. We blast the books we don't like. But real quick, if you didn't catch it yet, last Wednesday we spoke with one of the creators of Ranger Stranger on here and talked about the book that's coming out this November. It was a great show. He was a great guy to hang out with and just chit chat with. Great sense of humor and very charismatic. And let him know, he said too, hey, if you want some free stickers, shoot him a message on Instagram. Tell him to blast it or stash it. Guy said, hey, I was told I can get free stickers. And he said he'd send some out to you guys. So make sure you let him know that we sent you there, just so he knows you get a little more traffic from our direction over here. So definitely would appreciate that. I know I ordered some from him to hand out at work. She's like, yeah, no problem, man. I'll get them to you. I'm actually going to buy some extra books and send them to him. I'm going to get them signed for me. Maybe give a few away, those books too. So Mike's just your best friend? That hurts. Double S, that really hurts. Let's talk about What If episode number 5. Mike said it was his best episode ever. What about it, Mike? Yeah.
Have you ever had an online stalker?
I don't think so.
I do.
Do you? Is it double S?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think of What If episode number 5, the zombie episode, Mike?
What If? Is that the last episode?
I don't think so. I think there's a total of like 16 episodes, like 8 this season, maybe 8 next season. Yeah, according to the Internet Movie Database, it's like 16. I'll double check that. But
Excuse me. Absolutely fucking loved it. Violent zombies. It was amazing.
There are 9 episodes in the first season.
Oh, nice.
And second season is, so far, they have 9 episodes. So, yeah, go ahead. You say something, Mike? No? I thought you were going to say something. No?
No.
All right. I thought it was a very fun episode, too. There are some things about it, though, that I'm like, I don't know why the Wasp wasn't swatting away those freaking zombies crawling up to punch through her helmet. You know, she was still alive and viable. It seemed like she would have killed as many as she could before she just succumbed to being part of the undead. But I don't know. Spoiler alert. Yeah. But we didn't say why, you know. But I thought it was a really good episode, a lot of fun episode. Kind of harkened back a lot to the heavy metal movie with the World War II and the zombies and all that stuff a lot for me, too. But very fun episode for sure. Joe, did you watch it?
Yes, I did. I enjoyed that immensely. I thought that was great seeing Captain America as a zombie. That was awesome.
They even got Funkos just for that episode coming.
Oh, do they really? They already had Marvel Zombie Funkos out, though.
They've had zombified Marvel Zombie Funkos, but just for this episode. So
we got Mars in here and Miss So. Miss So was saying we had a great interview the other night. Thank you. But yeah, definitely make sure to go over and say hi to Tyler over at Ranger Stranger. Get some free stickers, man. So, anything else? You watch anything else this week, Mike?
No, I didn't watch shit. I still haven't seen Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi?
Shang.
They call it Shang-Chi through the whole movie.
Well, we're Americans here.
Ah.
We call it Shang.
Is Evil Layer Project yours, Joe?
Yeah, that's me. I have my other channel up on the chat room here.
Ah, gotcha. Nothing else, Mike?
No. I feel like we just worked together. We did work for the interview.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
have
We didn't
no
talk
else.
about anything we were doing, no. So
No, nothing. No.
No, nothing.
I'm working on my Halloween list coming up for. I'm going to try to watch a scary movie or horror movie every single night in October. So my daughter and I have been working on a list. I got some kid movies in there, of course. She's only
I think
13.
she needs to see The Exorcist.
I think that's a little bit above still. Her only being 13.
Please.
Gotta wait a little bit longer.
Please.
No.
There's a difference between
sorry.
scary and horror. If you wanted to watch scary movies versus horror movies, there's a difference.
We're thinking like Hoobie Halloween and
Who?
Hocus Pocus for her.
Those are,
Halloween movies. Halloween
There you
movies for
go.
her. So, but yeah, so I'm trying to do some Halloween movies and kind of introduce her to maybe some other stuff. We don't want to go far extreme into like Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday 13th yet, to being only 13. So we're gonna wait a few more years. But yeah, I'm gonna have fun and watch Halloween movies all month long. So I'm even gonna order some of the original Universal monsters. Ordered the Blu-ray with like Frankenstein, the Mummy, Creature of Black Lagoon.
Why not just wait till they're at Walmart? You can usually pick them up every year at Walmart.
I bought a special collector's edition of it. So, what's that, Mike?
I was gonna say, but they usually put a $20 price tag on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should explain that real quick. So the other channel, I don't want anybody to feel obligated to go sign up on that. I'm playing with CEOs. So what I did is I created another channel, and the whole demographic for that is based off of projects, DIY, builds. Those are all kind of the search there. I'll still be doing everything on the main channel. Poke and Joe's comic reviews. Nothing's going away over there. I just started that because I'm kind of interested in how SEOs and stuff work. So why make all new content for a channel? So don't feel obligated to go over and sign up on that channel or anything. There's no expectations. It's just a data dump.
You have 25 videos over there, though.
Yeah, because I pulled all the Evil Layer projects and I put them on there.
Oh, gotcha.
And then I did.
Well, you just got one more subscriber from Blastin or Stashin show. So,
and I'm going to do 3 music lists over there, over an hour long, music for the shop. I'm doing that again because I'm playing with verbiage. Is all I'm doing in data.
Double S said he's going to head to Virginia so he can stalk my best friend Michael.
I know a bunch of cops around here.
Bunch of cops. You won't turn him in. Drew Manchu's in here. It says Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi, whatever you want to call it. Tomato. It was a movie. Yes, it was. It was a movie. For sure. For those of you new in the chat, Double S will remember him. Mars Comics, Miss So, they probably wouldn't. Drew Manchu actually used to be a panel member on here. If you go back to our older episodes, he was on here for, 50 episodes, maybe right around there. I have to look for sure. But he was around for a good chunk. Definitely had some fun with him as well. And the Pokemon's wrong, X-Men's great kind of thing, all that fun stuff. Drew Manchu said he's retired. Yeah, I don't know. Are you retired from YouTube now, Drew? Let me know.
I'm retiring soon myself. Yep.
I've thought about it. This, and I'm done with it. I'm kind of jumping into other hobbies too. And it's expensive to have multiple hobbies. It really is.
He's jumping into multiple hobbies, all right.
Yeah. Okay. Let's jump into comic books. Joe, why don't you start us out there?
Sure, I'll start us off. Let's start with Suicide Squad. Did y'all read Suicide Squad?
I did not.
It may not be a first appearance, but it's still a good appearance. I love me some Ambush Bug. I like the updated version of him a little bit. It's really good. If you're not familiar with Ambush Bug, he was Deadpool before Deadpool was Deadpool. Right? Like, he was the funny fourth wall.
He broke the fourth wall?
Yeah, kind of schizophrenic, kind of made fun of meta and all that stuff before Deadpool was doing it. And the truth is, Deadpool wasn't even doing it when he first came out. He was just an assassin. But he's kind of the guy that did it prior to that. Little zany, little whimsical. But that's okay because you kind of dealt with some heavy issues in this. A lot of identity crisis in there. Once we find out we have, multiples of yourself out there in the universe.
Shadow?
Yeah, that's Chip Getler.
Oh, they used to call me that when I did porn.
Okay. So, you're dealing with all these deep topics. So you kind of have this to add a little levity to it. And I thought it fit very, very well. So this was fun. And I enjoyed it. So it's a stash for me. And they're all going to hell. So Shazam, them, like everybody's going to hell. So really cool, fun stuff. I'll be picking up some more of that.
Yeah, they called him White Shadow because it didn't weigh anything.
What didn't weigh anything?
Yeah, never mind. Remember Triple H? Humongously hung Huey? Remember all that stuff? Yeah, remember? Yeah. Mike, did you read Suicide Squad? I mean, no, you did, because you're a Suicide Squad nut.
Yes.
You got out of porn just to read Suicide Squad.
Book, you guys need to read the annual first.
Yeah, I didn't get the annual, so I was a little lost there, but good point.
Because you will be lost a little bit reading number 7 there. The annual actually is about Flag. He's been thrown into Belle Reve. Is that how you say it? Belle
Reve. Yeah.
And he's escaping. Actually, somebody lets him out. And then we get the real Superboy versus Amanda Waller's Superboy, who they call Match. He ends up basically, he's like Bizarro. There's also cool stuff with the other squad members as well. And then at the end of this one, we get Rick Flag kind of forming his own Suicide Squad to go after Amanda Waller's Suicide Squad, including the Mirror Master. And Flag, he kind of hints at having a mole in Waller's Suicide Squad, and it seems to be it's going to be Talon. So this is a stash. The book with Ambush Bug is a stash. All Suicide Squad is a stash this week. I think something got fucked up. They usually don't release at the same. I don't know, but
there are tons of DC annuals coming out. There's like a DC annual for something that only has like 2 issues out. It's crazy.
Do you like annuals?
No. Can't say I do, Mike. Sorry to disappoint you there. Safe word is yeah. Last Flight out number 1. Anybody else pick up this?
Yes.
No.
So in this book here, apparently I was eating some chips or something. It was a nice big old thumbprint right between the I and the G. I can't get it off there. So I don't know what I was eating when I was reading this book. But now there goes my $1 million. So what this is basically about, it's about this engineer, and like the Earth is dying, and there's people that are saying like Earth's not dying. They go to the 2 extremes. Kind of like with anything, like I don't know, masks. I don't know, COVID. I don't know what. You got these 2 opposing sides going on social media back and forth, and they do that. They have a whole page of that in here. And so the guy's an engineer, and he's like totally enthralled with his work. He never hardly out of time for his family, his wife and daughter. He gets a call from the sheriff or the police department saying his wife had just died in an automated car that he had actually designed. And so his wife's dead. He's got a really young girl, and he kind of very much cats in the cradle kind of thing. He's totally enthralled with his work. Nannies and everybody raise his daughter. He has like no relationship with his daughter. The last ship that he's designed to fly out, leave the Earth, is in 24 hours, but he's trying to go find his daughter. He's been sent with a special military team to go find it. Their helicopter goes down, and it's like T-minus 22 hours before the helicopter's out, and they're nowhere near. Oh, I don't know about nowhere near, but now they have to go on foot to try to find their daughters through a panicked I think it's the United States, trying to go through all this place where people just going crazy. So it's interesting. I definitely dig it. Post-apocalyptic kind of thing. The story, they're on foot. Now they got to deal with a whole bunch of crazy people, potentially armed citizens. And they're just a small group of like 2 or 3 military guys and him trying to find his daughter and trying to get back to that last ship before it leaves the Earth. So this was actually a stash for me. I enjoyed this. There was some of that, like I said, that really very far extremes on either side, people calling each other names because they believe a certain way. Whatever, that gets us very current, very modern. But overall, it's a stash, though. I thought it was good. It's by Dark Horse Comics. Joe, what'd you think of that?
I thought this was great. I enjoyed this. You got smart guy, he's trying to save the world. So, sometimes, family gets set aside. I hate to say this, but I'll openly admit this. That was me when I was in the military, right? Like I was so focused on everything I was doing. It was deployment, training, you just get that cycle. And unfortunately, I'm one of those guys where, my family kind of took the back seat for a while, right? So that kind of hit me there. But then, when I got out, and I'm trying to relate to my daughter, and I'm trying to get back, into some sort of relationship. Like I get it. The love never goes away. You just get distracted. And that really kind of rang true to me in this. And I really enjoyed that. And of course, anytime some major crisis happens, you got one side that doesn't like it. You got one side that just follows along blindly. And then you got the happy middle, right? This is obviously something that's happening because, nobody's building these huge spaceships to go into space because, screw it, let's go to space. That doesn't make sense, right? Guy's very smart. This whole SEAL team thing that's taking him to Chicago kind of rings a little bit like Escape from New York to me. The way they were describing Chicago as basically hell on earth, right? So I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Let's go in there and get him. The part that kind of threw me off, like I paused and I was like, I don't know about that. And again, this is just me reading it. Helicopter crashes and guys like, hey, you're not going to make it, but we can't drag you along. Pop, pop, right? Shoots the pilot. And then they're like, we're on foot into Chicago. And I'm like, no, that mission's done. Like you're going back. You have no way out. Like they don't do that. It's earlier today, somebody brought up some good points. It was like, it's in the future, it could be different. And I was like, no, operations. You always need a way out. You need a way in, you need a way out. That's how that works, period. So I'm like, but I really like that. Like, I'm not getting hung up on that, right? It's a comic book. It's a narrative. It's being pushed that way. So all in all, this was an awesome stash and almost so close to being my pick of the week because that was how great it was and just made me feel something. And me being a heartless bastard, that's hard to do. So good job, writer.
Good job, writer. One thing too that the military squad was talking to, like, why is his daughter more important than mine? That comes up. I don't know why that doesn't come up more often in book or in movies and stuff. I watch the post-apocalyptic or something catastrophe movies coming through, and all of a sudden this guy gets a free ride with his family. What about millions of other people who are kind of in the same boat?
Right. They're all trying to get back to get on the ship, but no, we got to go chase down your daughter who ran away. Like I could get that. Like I feel that.
She might be hot.
She might be, but apparently she didn't want to be around Dad and wants to hang out in hellscape Chicago. By the way, everybody going to C2E2 is probably not going to be that far off.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Okay, Mike, you're up, man. What you got?
That's
you, Mike. That's Spider Grandpa.
Maze book number 1.
Oh, I knew you were going to go there. So positive, and then we get to this.
So I want to know the person that wakes up in the morning and, gets their car, brushes their teeth, gets their coffee, sits at the kitchen table, and go, I really love Jeff Lemire's art. I want to know that person because his art in this book took me out of this completely. So basically, you get this. I think he's like 50 years old. He lost his daughter. forgot how many years ago it's been, but she was 13, and he's going through his. I don't think they ever say what happened to the mother, do they?
Yeah. But he's having trouble remembering the whole thing anyway.
Remembering her face, and going throughout his same routine every day, going to work, coming home, whatever. All of a sudden, he gets a phone call in the middle of the night, and it's his daughter saying she's trapped in the middle of a maze. So I don't fucking know. I really
Maybe
didn't like
stuck in a maze. Like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get you.
It's been done before. I can't stand Jeff Lemire's art, so I probably won't get issue number 2. I don't really care where his daughter's at, unless there's a minotaur in the maze, and he's like eating her thigh bones or something. I don't know. No, this is a blast for me.
What about you, Joe?
Yeah, this is just sad old man that would rather live an extremely mundane, boring life than live his life. Again, we don't know what happened to the wife. We're assuming she's dead as well. Something happened to the daughter that, kind of makes him, he goes through this kind of the whole thing's a self monologue, which in itself can be a lot. Like, that just gets kind of boring after a while. Not really much going on in the work other than everyday mundane stuff like, hey, Jim, want to come with us to the taco shop, or wherever the hell it is they went. And it's like, I don't and the art in this really throws you off, this squiggly line. And like, I don't know if he just phoned this art in or what happened, but like literally there's like a red line, it's supposed to be a string, right? From a red sweater. Like that's your inside page, right? That's the big panel page, in the middle of the book. And I was like, wow, you really shortcutted this. Now, I'm not saying this read to me more like a script than it did a comic book. And I've said this before that somebody's trying to pitch this, because it doesn't read like a comic book. It reads like an elevator pitch, for an executive in a movie theater. So, yeah, I'm going to have to, unfortunately, blast this. Not because I thought it was depressing, but it just didn't go. Like, I don't even think the guy was depressed. It was just like this, just nothing. No emotional value to it whatsoever. Like, depressing would have been.
The only thing morbid and depressing is the fucking art.
Yeah. It's not. No, it's not even that. It's just existence, with tragedy that happened. That's it.
All right, I'm going to give it a little more praise than you guys. I'm not saying that I liked it very much. I mean, first off, this book is freaking heavy. Yeah. I mean, you pick it up, I'm not saying that's part of my review. It's just an observation of, how thick the pages are, quality of paperwork on there. You can definitely tell. Yeah. If Lemire's name was not on the cover or anywhere, you could tell this is a Jeff Lemire story.
Yeah.
Just by how it goes through. Yes, it is super depressing. Is it a story that I'm going to pick up on again? I don't think I'm going to pick up issue 2 on it. But, I think this is pretty common for Lemire's art, too, though. It's this kind of squiggly line. But I think it fits well with this story because he's talking about the sweater unraveling and it's strings everywhere. And that's what the art kind of represents for me. And he's kind of falling apart like the sweater was, too. And that's what I read through the whole story, was him just mentally falling apart like that red sweater he remembers his daughter wearing. And that's why I'll go through the whole story. Now, like I said, is it great? Does it make me want to pick up issue 2? No. But I think I can kind of understand where he was going with the art and the story and the little bit of color that they were using throughout the book. So it was okay. I might pick it up in $1 bin just to finish it out, but I don't think I'd be picking up. And I think it was pretty spendy. It's $6 too.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
It's $6. But as thick as this is, I still felt cheated. Like, there wasn't a whole lot that went on here. Like, there's full pages of just like him with a thought in his head or that line. That's what drives me crazy when You just draw
Double
a lot.
S, you could roll a lot of joints with this book.
Yeah, clean.
You get high just off the chemicals in there.
So I don't know. I just don't feel that I got $6 worth here, even though it's a thicker book. I felt, I don't know.
Thicker book, double the pleasure, double the fun, there, baby.
Right.
Joe, you're up though. What do you got? You got a thin book or a thick book for us? What do you got?
I got you thick, son. All right, check this out. This is my pick of the week. I'm super excited about this, and you get to guess why.
Search for Hugh.
No, I didn't even pick that up. No, no. Infinity Frontier. First off, that cover. Oh,
Infinite Frontier.
and there's even a nicer one, like a 1 in 25, where it's Dark Side too. Right? So it's got Dark Side. I'm a huge Dark Side fan. So if you haven't been reading this series, I feel sorry for you because a lot's going on and it can be kind of confusing. And I'm starting to get frustrated with the story. And then this issue pops off, and I was like, wow, okay, great. This is exciting. Our launch right into the big battle. They're fighting the bad guys. Dark Side mostly in this one. We get Roy Harper. He doesn't have the Death Ring anymore, the Black Lantern ring. I refuse to call it the Black Lantern. A lantern can't be black. We're just going to call it the Death Ring because it turns him into a zombie. That gets taken away from him. They beat up Dark Side a little bit, not really. And then they run back into their multiple worlds or whatever. Well, what we find out in this is that Darkseid's actually on Earth Omega. And Earth Omega is very different in the multiverse. It is objectionably different because it is chock full of nothing but some of the most sadistic villains that we have been reading about over the last 3 years. Remember that run where Eclipso kind of made an appearance? That real sick, sadistic Eclipso was around. He's on this planet. Upside Down Man, he's on this planet. That really sick run with Raven's father, I always forget the demon's name. He's on this planet, and chock full of other villains. And you know what? They're all like, hey, I think it's time for us to do villainous stuff. Imagine that. Bad guys doing bad things because they're bad people. And that is awesome. And I was all like, yes, I am. Just take this and make it its own run. They're just doing bad things. I'm totally down with that. Awesome. Thank you.
Mike, do you pick up Infinite Frontier?
Yeah. So, this is the last issue, and we finally get Darkseid, which is a combination of all the Darkseids in the multiverse. And it's good stuff. This setting up a lot of things in the future. I enjoyed it. I'm stashing it. Blah blah blah. Blah blah
blah blah blah.
Yeah,
I think that's really a T-shirt.
Good.
Spider Grandpa's review. This was great. Blah blah blah.
I'm going to stash this. Blah blah blah. That's my review. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Mike's not happy tonight. Sorry, Mike. We hurt your feelings.
You little grumpy, buddy.
No, I'm fine.
You need me to come over and bring you a Twinkie? You want a Twinkie?
Do you even have Twinkies?
No, I don't eat Twinkies.
He'd sucked all the cream filling out of them.
Twinkies are much like this show. It's all fluff and filler.
Yeah, pretty much. Mike, you done with that book? You're good? That was your blah, blah, blah review?
I'm good.
Okay. Okay. I picked this one up. What's that?
I said Joey talked about it enough. I don't need to.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Dead silence here, or number 1 was just a shelf grab for me. I didn't get it, but I had to get issue 2. Not All Robots, number 2. Tell me you picked this up, Joe. No,
I didn't.
Oh my goodness, Mike, did you pick it up?
No, I haven't read. I have issue 1, but I haven't read it yet.
I wanted issue 2 so bad. I didn't even
So
know.
this has all of the fun stuff from the first one, right? There were so many panels that I had to actually stop and smile just because I thought they were funny as hell. So we have the one robot on trial for killing 200,000 people in Orlando, right? So he goes to see his attorney, and they're trying to give him some new mechanical arms or armor or whatever that to make him look like a decent, like he says, something that says, "Gosh, I didn't mean to kill those people. Excellent choice. You look great." They're sending him out to go see his attorney. So as he's going to see his attorney, they have uploaded his legal defense into like a little thumb drive. He goes into where the court hearing is, and there's just people outside booing him, yelling and screaming at him. And he goes up to the little thing. It's like a little kiosk. And how do you plead? Not guilty. Please upload your defense. Bloop. And it says like 0.32 seconds later, we find you not guilty. And then he just comes like just strolling back out. And then people are hucking shit at him as he's going out the door. The stupid stuff like that it just makes me just smile through. I'm trying to find another panel which was hilarious. I
missed that.
When the banter between the two robots is so awesome because like he's like, "What's up, salad shooter?" Just like normal what people would do at like an office.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's robot related, and so that stuff just makes me smile. And it's just a fun book, and the dynamics, both sides are gearing up. Like the humans are gearing up, the extremes and the humans are gearing up for a war with the robots. The robots are gearing up thinking that the men are going to attack them. And so it's a tinderbox ready to blow, because they have these what were they called? The more human looking robots, the androids coming out, that's going to take over the robots. Right. So, that's what's kind of leading up to everything going on. The other panel I like too is this robot driving this car down the street, and he runs over this human, and he knocks and blows him clear over, and the human's like dying in the middle of the road, and the back half flips open, and he goes, "You're entitled to a level 2 compensation." Bloop, and all this money goes out on top of this guy. He drives away, dude. So it just cracks me up, page to page, panel to panel. Not a Robots #2 is definitely a stash for me. You got to pick it up, Joe. I'm surprised you didn't. I was hoping to hear your review on it, but
in the shop, I would have grabbed it. But yeah, I like it for its take on society because it doesn't have to be robots. It's just got to be other people, really. But I like the fact that they use robots.
Yep. Oh, and the one robot that lives in the house, like, because the wife wants him out, the husband's trying to defend him, right? Yeah. And like he goes home in the garage, he's like carving swords or something, weapons, and she's like, "Oh, you need to go talk to him right now." And he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" "I'm going to play. Leave me alone." And he goes, "Oh, he's going to play." So the dad's totally oblivious and wants to follow the robot regardless, but the woman knows something. The wife knows something's up. So good stuff. We're back to Mike.
Already?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. It's all you.
You get Not All Dildos #3.
What? What number 3?
Nothing. Oh, John just showed up in the chat. Perfect timing, John.
Hey.
What book were you talking about, Dave?
He was just talking about...
Did you pick up Not All Dildos #3?
What book is that, Dave?
I think that's a no. Your silence. You could have got that at Adult Land on the spinner rack. The vibrating spinner rack.
Vibrating spinner rack.
Interesting.
Yep. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, Mike. What do you got?
Dead Box #1.
Huh.
What is it?
Dead Box.
Oh, I didn't get that one. I missed it.
Either. Tell us about it.
I thought you got it, Joe.
What was it called again?
Dead Box.
Oh, Dead Box. I'm sorry. I thought you said Chicken Pox. Yeah, I got Dead Box.
Chicken Box.
Yeah, you should go get your vaccine for that right now.
I'm drinking. Sorry.
Go ahead, Mike. What do you got for us?
Should we get a small town called Lost Turkey?
Lost Turkey.
I want to live there. I want to live in Lost Turkey. Anyway, convenience. It was a small convenience store. The chick works there named Penny. Inside this convenience store, there's a red box machine, which they call a dead box. Penny's dad is dying. She decides to rent a movie. Now, the thing about this Redbox machine is it's movies no one's ever heard of before. So she rents a movie, and basically the whole issue is us watching this sci-fi movie with her. That itself is a pretty decent story. And at one point during this book, I thought it was like a short story kind of book. Like every issue is going to be a movie from the Dead Box. Till we get to the very end, which there's a twist. And I'm not going to spoil it on here, but it's amazing. This is actually my pick of the week.
Joe might spoil it, though.
I don't know.
Joe, was it your pick of the week? Or was it your blast of the week? What was it? Or was it Whiskey Dick?
It's a Whiskey Dick.
Dang, I didn't get it ready. I don't know. I even brought it up and I didn't get it ready.
Seriously, this is the kind
of. As soon as we hit 900 subscribers, I'm buying I'm going to hire a assistant to come in and just do the stuff off air while I'm doing this.
Why 900? You ain't making any money.
It's just a nice round number, Joe. That's all it was.
So again, I didn't hate this. I didn't like this. There were some things that just kind of annoyed me a little bit about it. And the more I thought about it, the more it just seemed confusing to me. So really you have three stories going on in here, right? Just random, omniscient narrative that's going through about this whole thing about land, right? And ownership of land, and how it's a ridiculous concept. This isn't deep thought. This is something that has always been discussed on more of the social economic stance of, the ownership of land versus, the non-ownership of land and people living on top of people. It's a whole thing, right? So I don't want to get into it because it's ridiculous nonsense at the end of the day. So you got that kind of floating around in here. And then you got this young girl, like Mikey said, she's supposed to be back at college, but her dad's dying, right? And it's like, okay, so there's something depressing. Then you got a Dead Box, copyright, right? That has these movies that even she can't even find on, like when she Google searches, she can't find these movies. So then what do we get? The third story. We get one of the movies, right? And there's I don't want to spoil it too bad. There is a moral message behind it, but it's extremely lame. As a matter of fact, it's something that me and Mark from Legion of Comics have talked about before, about the whole concept of the savage man that's alone by himself. And I made the comment to him that, man by himself for too long will go insane. And the book kind of confirmed that. And then Loki kind of confirmed it too, right? So, and I'm not saying that justifies it because these are fictional stories and it was just a fun debate that we had. But in this, it kind of, man, this guy had to take 50 years to get to the planet. And then like politeness, like all the etiquettes that make humans human are gone. And mind you, they've been in verbal communication back and forth over the airwaves in space. And then when they finally see what a human looks like, it's this guy who pretty much has pissed himself and he eats with his hand. He's just gone completely savage, right? Completely with the natives. And it doesn't, the problem that I'm having with the story is you're telling me three stories and none of them really fit together. They're just kind of floated out there throughout the pages. So as you're reading this, it's kind of a distraction from one story to the other. Like you're constantly being jumped around. Now, this could easily be what was it? Crypt Keeper? What was the name of that show? Creep Show.
Creep Show, yeah.
Twilight Zone. This could be, anything like that. Again, I didn't really feel the comic book feel to this. Just felt more like a script. Like, hey, I got this idea, and then there's these moral messages in the background, and then there's this that happens. It felt like that rather than a cohesive comic book story to me. So yeah, it's a Whiskey Dick for me.
Here's a comic book philosophy with Bill Can. Double S said, "I feel a philosophy coming on with this comic, Joey." Is it Joey?
So real quick, the whole story of the concept of ownership of land, right? So basically, you live in three trains of thought of this, right? One, you own land, you own it, you own the top of it. If you pay taxes on it, the whole 9 yards. The other side of the house is, well, if you have to pay taxes on it, then you never really own it. You're actually just paying somebody else to renovate it. Also, how far does that ownership go? Like to the sky, to the center of the earth, right? And they bring this up in the comic book. And the third thought is, I'm on it. I'm happy to pay any taxes or not. It's my land. I'll do what I want. So paying taxes and things like that is more of a community effort than it is a national good, if you will, right? Very libertarian type of thinking. Now, that's not to say any one of these thoughts are incorrect, but at the end of the day, where your morals and where your ethics actually lie should coincide with the laws of the land at the end of the day, because it's laws that ultimately make up a society. So just randomly owning things and thinking not that the thing should cost you over a period of time is an interesting concept. And it's a relatively, believe it or not, new concept. When our ancestors first came on this rock right here, they didn't pay taxes on the land. They were literally giving the land away. They were paying taxes on everything else that built onto the land. So it's an interesting concept. And it's definitely something to consider and think about. And I'll promise you this. I will promise you one thing. The more and more you get into the actual ownership of property that you have to continuously pay for, right, the more you're going to be very directed to vote in certain ways. Because there's fluff speech, right? And then there's out-of-pocket speech, right? So definitely know what you're paying your taxes to and make sure you know where they're going. And that will make you a little bit more knowledgeable and a little bit more using reason when you do things like vote. And that's your philosophical corner.
Okay, thank you, Joe, for that. But nobody else picked up Search for Hugh?
No? They didn't have that at my store. My store's been very picky about picking things up.
This was actually an afterthought. It wasn't. I didn't pick it up comic book Wednesday. I went in on Thursday. They had an extra copy on the shelf. I'm like, okay, I need to read a little bit more different book this week. So I picked up this one. So basically, the story is there's a Asian family who are in the United States. Their son was served in the military. Is home from the Marines. Marines or is he SEAL? I don't remember what he is. And his parents own a restaurant in town. His parents are going to close the restaurant. All of a sudden, here's a drive-by shooting that are targeting his parents. And he's trying to figure out why. So his parents don't die, but they're in the hospital. He goes to talk to him. He finds out that his mom and dad and her family had a feud with another Chinese gang. And she's pretending she got to the United States and kind of pretend like her family died in order to try to hide from this gang. But the feud is back on, but she kept this from her son completely. So she's concerned that it's going to continue to happen. And now he is involved with this whole thing. He's headed to China to go find his family, which he never knew he had, to try to get this resolved and be a negotiator between these two gangs. I don't know about this. It's kind of a cool concept, I guess. But when he's in the hospital, some two gangsters come to finish the parents off, right? So he meets him in the hallway. He recognizes that these guys are up to no good because one's obviously carrying a gun right above his penis in his pants, so he can easily see it for some stupid reason. And so he goes and starts this. He went pew pew next to his PP. So he starts attacking him. The whole Batman crunch, whack, pow. That kind of stuff. Nice. He ends up kicking their ass in the hospital. He shoots the one guy in the foot. The police come and say, "Hey, why'd you do that?" "Okay, here you go. See you later." Didn't arrest him for assault. Didn't arrest him for shooting the guy in the hospital. Nothing. So it's kind of, that plausibility is right. It's kind of out the window. It seemed like he would have been arrested, brought down to the station, at least questioned and everything else, because the guys did not do anything to threaten him at all. He just attacked them because he knew that they were coming to kill his mom. where was his evidence that was happening? Because there was no threat against him at all. He gets his help of his female sergeants with the war with him to help him get him smuggled over to China. Yeah. My search for Hugh is over at issue 1, so it's a blast for me. But I would like a search for Huey. That'd be awesome.
Search.
The egg, they're done. They're done. Evolution proves this. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, chicken or the egg. Yeah, I didn't read the comment before. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm always looking forward to Joey's philosophy segment. Always thinking that he's going to finally answer the chicken or the egg, but that's already been debated through other means.
Why did Mikey cross the road? Mikey.
Mikey's a wink. What's up, Winkster? You got a comic book for us?
Well, we can go back to you, Joe, because we skipped you because you had quite a bit of talking there.
No. Yeah, exactly. I spoke too much. Go ahead, Mikey. What do you got?
Wakey, hands off Snakey.
Suicide Squad, get Joker #2.
I remember the first one. I think I enjoyed it. I don't know why I didn't get issue. I love that one. As a matter of fact, that was the one when Joker's in charge of all the bombs for Suicide Squad, correct?
Yeah, that happened towards the end.
I missed it. Okay, sorry, Mike.
That's not Puzzle Box. No, go ahead.
So like Dave just said, Joker has Amanda Waller's little boombox, and for some reason he's keeping the Suicide Squad alive. Amanda Waller's dead. So, long story short, there's actually a lot of standing around talking, some character development in this, lots of character development from some of the new characters like Meow Meow, which she's kind of weird. She has a craving for ants, so she's eating ants on the beach. Yeah, it's weird. So Joker invites them all to a party at a strip club and kind of like forces Harley Quinn to perform a striptease, which she doesn't get naked. Come on, guys, this is a Black Label book. Let me see some Harley Quinn boobies. While she's doing the striptease, she has a concealed razor blade, and what's his name? Deadshot sees it, so he tells all the other squad members, "Hey, get ready. Harley's gonna pull something." Well, she goes to slit his throat, but kind of pulls back, so it just kind of scrapes him. So they think Harley and Joker are kind of working together. The Suicide Squad escape, and they get outside, and they're met by another team. I'm not going to spoil who's on this team. You got to read this book. It's fucking awesome. Let's just say Deathstroke's on this team, so shit's going to hit the fan next issue. So
who's the other?
Sounds like Harley pulled out.
We spoil things, but who's the other team?
Let's see. I'd have to go look.
She's saying Harley pulled out, is what you're saying.
Yeah, she's pulling her punches. Let's see. Deathstroke is on the team. Peacemaker. Looks like Rick
Weasel.
Flag. John Cena. Yeah, I can't tell the other guys. Firefly, it looks like. But
Arm fall off boy.
Arm fall off boy. And detachable slappy hit guy.
Yeah.
All right. What else did we read this week?
I got to find that book, Mike. I got to get it.
Yeah, I got to get it now, too. I can't believe I missed that. I'm going to talk about Kazar #1, Lord of the Savage Lands. It's the first issue.
I got it. I didn't read it.
So, yeah, I'm going to spoil this for you.
I'll have at it because I probably won't.
Time to the show, or a few times, you'll know that Pocan Joe loves himself some straight savagery, right? I love man and savage, man, woman, I mean man in general, right? I love human savagery, right? And then this comes out, right? The whole man, the Tarzan thing, right? The primitive man, right? Savagery. And we get a quick, recap on who Kazar is, because some people who didn't read Empire, which I don't blame you, right? You may not know who this character is, right? So we get caught up in that. He died, but he was resurrected through flower power. Don't read too much into this, right? And then, like, all of a sudden, for some random reason, his wife's able to make fabric clothing that can react to his body by, fungus stuff. It doesn't make any sense. It literally has a tail. And they're all vegan in the savage lands, which I get. Like, I'm not knocking vegans, right? Like, I want to make
how savage can vegans be? Really?
Well, I'm just saying.
They're all anemic. I mean, I don't know.
They're not. Like you can be healthy and be vegan. I get it, but in a survival situation, it's definitely not. But they're not in a survival situation. This is where they live. And then, like, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this dinosaur, which happens in the Savage Lands, there's still dinosaurs there, tries to attack their kid, and like Kazar shows up, and like there's a flower power punch. Like he goes to hit the dinosaur, and like flowers come bursting out of his hand. Like jizz out of a virgin, right? It just goes in, pow! It knocks this dinosaur over, and I'm like, why is it all? What is this? What is this power? I've never seen this before. And then like the loincloth like grabs his dagger and hands it to the kid, and I'm like, why is that a thing? Why is this in the book? This makes no sense. And then there's a mysterious monster thingy that the kids kind of woe into because the parents are being overprotective. Dad's apparently not like a father figure in the house. His main job is to get over his emotional strife of dying, which is kind of heavy. This thing was so bland. And I've said this before, when you miss great opportunities just to tell a story, just to put somebody in their place that you think they belong, that's just not attractive to what I would consider your reader base, right? You got a number one issue, right? The goal of that number one issue is to get people to read several other ones, right? Like, you're going to drop some off, that happens. But right after the flower power punch and the bullshit rolls in the family and this stupid, I don't know why I'm hung up on this fucking loincloth, but it's stupid and it's childish. And you're talking about primitive savagery type stuff here in the savage lands, and it's just stupid. It's stupid, and it really let me down, and I feel bad for even buying it. What did you guys think of it?
I have it. I have not read it, and I feel like I'm kind of like this Mars Comics now. I'm just not looking forward to it anymore.
It was
jizz out of a virgin. More shirt ideas.
It went kapow! Like flower power punch activate, and I was like, oh, that's so bad.
I gotta find this jizz. Yeah, Mike, go ahead. Sorry, we cut you off. What were you gonna say?
Kazar's always been like Marvel's Tarzan. To some
sort. That's kind of the point of them, right?
They're trying to modernize him.
He came from a rich family, and they kind of talked about that a little bit. He's very British, that kind of thing. And I was like, so what? He's not anymore. This is what he is now. Why is his past important to us? It's not going to play a role in further the storying, so just go. Like, why is this even in here? It was just dumb.
Even when she throws the adaptive loincloth on him, it says sploosh right when she throws it on his crotch. What the hell, man?
Yeah, which sploosh is like a backwards sploosh. That's painful.
Yeah, I'm flipping through this. I'm not sure if I like that adaptive loincloth.
You go ahead and read it and message me later. Let me know what you thought about that.
Okay. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Mike, did you read Kazar?
No, I didn't even buy it.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have. Are you guys okay tonight? Wow, my jokes are falling flat, lol. I know tomorrow's a rough day for the country. Sending you all hugs you. I've been watching 9/11 docs all day long.
Oh, wait a second. She put a comment and it didn't go into the chat. That's the problem.
This one here?
Jizz out of vagina, more shirt ideas.
Is that what she's talking about?
Yeah, for some reason that didn't go into the chat.
I popped it up when you were talking.
Right, but it's if you watch on the channel chat, it didn't go in there.
Oh.
It didn't make it onto the. I don't know why that's not in there. That's pretty funny though. That's
if you think tomorrow's bad, tomorrow's my birthday, so I got to celebrate that every year. That overshadows my birthday every single year. So, boom.
Tomorrow's your birthday. How old are you gonna be, buddy?
I'm gonna be the big 4-5. Big 45. I said I'm the youngest on your on top chat. What?
Yeah, I know what he's saying. That's not the problem. It's sometimes I don't know why it does this, but it skips to us. It's done it on your channel too. I've noticed. I don't know why. I don't think it's the comment itself. I think it was just more of a two comments came in at the same time. Yeah,
I don't know where it is. No, Miss So, your jokes are not falling flat. Your jokes are right up there on par, if not better. Wait, we're down here with the immaturity of our jokes. Yours are up here.
Yeah, you're just smarter than us. Also, what are you supposed to say tomorrow? Does anybody ever think about that? Or are you supposed to be like happy, September?
Well, I just know they put flags out for me everywhere now. Tomorrow? I didn't know my birthday was such a big deal. They put flags out everywhere now, and I don't know.
Yeah, you need to talk about that. Did you read something with the little from Marvel with the little? We need to review that.
No, I didn't read that.
Yeah.
I did read 9 Stones. Anybody else read 9 Stones?
What the fuck is that?
Yeah,
you don't need to worry about it, really. There's this kid who has some kind of power with either seeing demons or something. He's going to work for his dad's business, and his dad sells drugs and hides them in food products and delivers them out. He's going with this older kid who says, I don't care if your dad owns this business, you're still a chump to me. I have no respect for you. But as they're going out, they get ambushed by their competitor, and they're running and hiding. The rude kid gets shot, but the owner's of the business son takes him to a secret hiding place where he has all these cool, disturbing paintings where this demon shows up. Again, like drawn by, oh, the blood turned you on, or whatever,
Do that again.
Oh, the blood turned you on. The blood turned you on. The blood. And it wasn't even the period time. Where is it? No, I didn't say that. Oh yeah, here it says. I was wondering, seeing all that blood, didn't it make you hungry? No, stuff like that. But overall, and it's very anime or Asian or anime kind of art style, which is not my jam either. 9 Stones, don't pick it up. By Behemoth Comic, this is a blast. We're just at an hour here.
So, what are you talking about? The 9/11 tribute at the back of the Marvel book?
Yeah, because it was in the back of 2 of mine. Yeah.
Let me see here.
That was sad. So, what Marvel book did you read? You're up next. Go ahead.
X-Force number 23. I had no business reading this because I haven't been reading X-Force. I picked it up because I wanted. I heard on someone's video that Beast is turning evil. He kind of doesn't in this. I don't. He's acting weird. That's all. But the 9/11 tribute in the back is pretty heartwarming, I guess. It's got Spider-Man and Captain America talking on the cell phone.
It's not in Defenders.
Yeah, there should be a thing on the cover that says 20 years, never forget.
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
And I'm sorry, they're not. It's Spider-Man and Captain America at the September 11th memorial. I can't talk tonight. And they're ringing this big like Liberty Bell, and the bongs are ringing throughout the country. And Spider-Man kind of turns to Captain America and says, "Did you know anyone?" And then, like, it's one page of Captain America just standing there, just saying, "Yeah, every single one of them."
Yeah, I knew them all. Oh God, bad. Like, oh, why can't we have that kind of in all stories? Oh, that hit me in the heart.
And
Like,
it's like in the background, it's got like soldiers, fire department, police.
yeah, everything. Like seriously, like I was like, oh, I didn't cry because I'm a man, but like I wanted to. But it was sad.
It was pretty cool of Marvel to do in some of their books.
Yeah.
Okay, we're about out of time. Unless there's one other book you have to talk about tonight, get it out there. Joe, you got one of the books you have to talk about?
Real quick, another Marvel book that I haven't been picking up, but I heard this one was excellent. I don't know if they've been like this for a while. Like I said, haven't been reading it, and it's Savage Avengers number 24.
Oh, Joe and I were on that early.
Yeah, well, apparently, I don't know if it's coming to an end. Maybe in the chat you can tell me. But Cooling Goth, or whatever that guy from Conan, that evil wizard, he fucking wins. Destroys fucking America, the world. He's keeping 2 people alive. After he kills everybody else, he's keeping 2 people alive. One is Conan, and one is Doctor Strange.
Oh, horrible choices. You're going to kill everybody. Keep a couple women alive. Really? Come on.
Yeah, right.
And it's horrible. Pretty fucking violent and dark. I'm surprised it being a Marvel book. Like he's got Doctor Strange like on a X, all crucified and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 of Cooling Goth's people like drag a horse in front of them, and they're like, "This is the last horse in the world, and we're gonna kill it in front of you just because." And they fucking kill this horse. Fucking.
I fell off Savage Avengers. Now I'm regretting it because it got all kind of fluffy and woo woo, and then like now I'm hearing this and I'm regretting it. So I'm gonna come over and get that book from you.
Okay, come on over. So, Cooling Goth doesn't know where Conan is. He lost track of him. So Doctor Strange is all fucking tied up there, and Doctor Doom walks in, and everyone's like, "What the fuck? We thought you were dead." And it's actually Conan wearing the Doctor Doom armor. Yeah, and I don't know if it's ending or not. It doesn't. It looks like there's another issue. But Kang, they had to throw Kang in here. Kang shows up at the end.
Kang's a thing.
And here's the preview of the next.
So yeah, there's at least one more.
So this was good for a Marvel book. They killed the horse, last horse in the world. They pull it in front of Doctor Strange and like, "Fuck you, horse."
Screw you, horse.
Michael, Double S is going to come over there and a place and take that book too. He's going to take that calendar he wanted from 2 years ago as well.
Well, you can fight Joey over it then.
I don't fight.
It's been optioned.
I'm a peaceful person. I believe in Care Bear stairs and flower power.
So all the books we reviewed this week have been optioned.
So
that's my spec.
It's your spec. Oh yeah, you didn't do a Cletus with a K thing.
Of course I didn't, because I haven't heard from them.
How about do you have
meat and potatoes pick?
Yeah.
Ooh la la.
What's your meat and potato pick, Mike?
I got this Vampirella 23. I'm not sure who the artist is. It looks like Warren Lau. Could be. I don't know who it is. Maybe I better look. Let's look. Got this from KRS.
KRS-One, and we don't. Y'all remember that band, KRS-One?
I just know it from the Sublime song.
Oh yeah, they did mention it in Sublime song. Good point. I'm impressed that you listen to Sublime.
Yeah, and I know.
See, okay. Looking back to see all variants. Yeah, Warren Lau. Okay. Warren Lau did this. And this is a Vampirella number 23. She just looks so soft right there.
She had a little baby oil on, a little glistening.
Put some baby powder all over there. She smells like baby powder. I don't know.
I don't care. I like it. Roll with it. Like baby powder and vanilla. That's awesome.
Double S said he heard Clarence with a K got his ass kicked by Kevin from Canada.
Yeah, please. He's from Canada. Nobody kicks ass up there.
What? I just want to be nice to people.
Yeah, I was saying I didn't show any curves on screen, but I will show these. I picked up this one, and it's only for the cover, and that was strictly it. And it was Jessica Cruz, cover B on Green Lantern's annual number 1.
Make it big.
Make it big. I didn't make Mike's big. I feel bad if I make mine big and not Mike's.
You know who's got cover of the week though?
Wow. There you go. Look at that. She's got some curves there too, for sure.
Mama got the jiggles.
That's an awesome meat potato pick. And as well, I've got to go with it, even though it's a picture that's old. I've got to go with my Elvira meets Vincent Price. I've got to go with that photo variant too for Elvira.
When it comes to Elvira, given her age, Mama's got the wiggles.
Ooh, wow. There you go. Wow, yep. Those are my 2 meat and potato picks. Usually Joe doesn't have one. I don't know if his wife's just waiting on wings with well, apparently I have lovely curves as well. Well, thank you, Miss. So I appreciate that.
No, I don't do meat and
I don't know where
because people think I'm celibate because I don't give a fuck.
Oh, wow. Okay, let's go to it. Let's go to lightning round. Batman 112. You know, Batman's been infected with the fear toxin and he needs to get an antidote, or we think it's going to work. We're not sure because this is a new fear toxin that he's been developing. Simon Saint is still in the process taking everything over. Still kind of good. I'm still digging it. Do I like this or Detective Comics? They both kind of have the same flavor to them right now, with Batman kind of being possessed by something else. So very similar storyline. I do like Scarecrow's design, so I'll have to go with Batman over Detective, I think, on that one. Defenders number 2 kind of lost me a little bit. I love Defenders number 1. The panels on this were crazy. There was like, they had to fill every square inch with something, and then it was like kind of hard to follow on some of it. Too much to embrace on the whole page. A lot more of the storyline of Silver Surfer, definitely Silver Surfer and his relationship with Galactus, more so in this, going through different dimensions. They end up in the 9th dimension, I think, at the end with the, I forgot his name, the Cholo or whatever kind of inspired
we
character.
think it's Lovecraftian Chuchulo, but yeah, we think it's Lovecraftian, but we'll find out.
It's said that character was based on that.
Yeah,
in the research I did. Joker Presents Puzzle Box issue 2. I didn't like the first one. I don't know why I picked the second one. And then it's another one why I didn't know why I picked it up, because I didn't like the first one, and I have 2. That's Master of the Universe Revelation. So,
oh God, stop picking that up.
I'm sorry, I had it on my pull list. I ordered it. I have to buy it.
You know what happens? You know what? You know what? And I'm going to say this, and I know some comic book shops are going to get mad out there. Yes, I will judge. We're comic book collectors. Sometimes we will judge a book by its cover. And if I read something, because of the the cutoff lists are so far out in advance that you have to pre-plan so far out. If I order something for my pull list, I'm sorry, and this may make you mad, but the way writers and comic books are working today, I can't be held to a guarantee buy on that. We need to have an episode where we discuss this.
I guess you don't have a guarantee of getting it though either.
Exactly, right?
If you
I
don't.
think that would be fair, right? Because even at my comic book shop, like there's tons of books where like he's got to like strategically buy now. My comic book shop, Wayne, does not rely on customers' opinions and exorbitant amounts of time to determine if you want a comic. You know what? Let's just have a special show on this and let's talk about comics overall in the industry. We should do that. We don't need to do that tonight. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What do you got, Mike?
Now, I might be able to get a special guest in on that. Somebody has some firsthand experience, maybe.
I think that would be fair. I think almost a debate type of thing. I think that would be fair.
Oh, dude, you've said the word, and they're going to watch it, and they're going to be contacting me probably.
That's fine. Like, I could have a respectable debate.
Have you been in Trilogy lately?
Yeah.
Like, because I told them Dave was coming down, so they actually cleaned the store up and cleaned it up and
you a damn lie.
Got the carpet cleaned and everything.
Wow, the flags out for my birthday, cleaning comic book stores clear across the United States for me. Man, my life is looking up.
No, they actually did clean it, though, because I walked in there Wednesday, and I was like, something's wrong. I don't feel dirty anymore. What do you guys do? They actually straightened the whole place up and fucking cleaned the carpet.
That place is packed. My place is packed, too. Like, it feels like a rummy
small.
safe.
Yours is like half my store.
It's small, but damn, is it packed? Like it's three.
But it does its job. It's small, but it does its job.
Yeah. Like mine's the tuna can. His is the 6 foot long cock, right? Right. Where
we went from euphemism to double entendre to single entendre in like less than 5 seconds. There's
what else you want to think about?
There's no hiding that at all. Wow. Okay. Mike, your lightning round?
Yeah, I only read one other book this week, and that's Black Manta #1. This was just okay to me. Big fan of the character. Really cool. There's in the beginning, it's really cool. He's kind of stealing his stuff back from actual pirates. I didn't get that because it's like an actual pirate ship.
Yeah, that's his thing. Yeah.
And then I got all fucking magic and the chick with a flaming sword, and I don't know how I feel. This was a whiskey for me, but it's Black Manta. I'm going to pick up issue #2. Now, for books I did not read, Michael, tell Trilogy to sell Huey Brony t-shirts. And whatever, Double S. I've had enough of your. I've had enough of your shit for one night.
Dude, it's all over you today. I love it.
Cover of the week has to go to Swamp Thing #7.
I missed that book.
I missed it too.
Look at that cover, man.
By the time I got to the comic book store, it sold out.
Haven't read it yet. Army of Darkness 1979. Pick that up. Just talking about Masters of the Universe Revelations #3. Unbelievable Unteens #2.
See, that was another one. Everybody was talking about that. And I saw advertisements for it. I thought it was out next week. You haven't read that yet?
I have. First one, I was my pick of the week, I believe, a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. There was another one? Oh, wow. I didn't even know that.
The last book you'll ever read, #2. I got the black bag cover.
Can show us what you got.
I will show you. I'll show you what I can, which is actually quite a lot.
I don't think anybody's really watching our channel that cares.
So that's about all I can show you.
What is it?
You got a big beaver.
Toxin number 1. Continuing on this goddamn Carnage bullshit. Blue and Gold number 2. Daredevil number 34.
Did you read it?
No, this is Lightning Round.
I read all my comic books, even the ones in the Lightning Round. I don't know.
You buy like 3 comic books. Shut up. Joker, a puzzle box. Green Lantern, the shittier of the covers. I do have the one Dave has coming though, so really excited.
That's an homage, isn't it, to the first appearance of
the Guy Gardner.
Black guy.
Pow in your feet.
Not Guy
Lantern.
Gardner.
Guy Gardner and
John Stewart.
Guy Gardner.
John Stewart, thank you.
Yeah.
And Batman 112, the really awesome.
I had that cover
That's
too.
a nice cover. I like that cover.
So that's it.
Miss Sosio said she wants all the black bag covers.
I'm trying to get them all.
Do. All right, I'm going to run through these. We got
Mike used them for asphyxiation. Once he's done, use them for the cover of the book.
You know, the bag's actually not black.
Well, whatever color you want it to be, whatever floats your boat.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't see color.
Yeah, okay. Talk about your lightning round. Don't get us into that territory of discussions like that.
Blue and Gold. Still bromance stuff going on here. And we get the Blue Beetle Dune Buggy. And I don't think people understand how significant this freaking vehicle is. It is classic, way Silver Age-ish kind of nostalgia, memory pills happening in here. Great fun stuff. Hilarious story. Full of one-liners. And, my straight partner put me in a situation, right? It's great stuff. I love it. It's just classic. That was, Batman. Yeah, great stuff going on here. The whole, I love Scarecrow in this. And I also like our first appearance of Peacekeeper X, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, right, that was a huge thing. So, like, every organization that has some sort of military force to it or security force to it always has a group of people that are kind of off to the side to work more in the gray area of life. So, and of course, Simon Saint. You all right, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay, so Simon Saint has that too with this Red X stylized character with hyper. It's so great, and the whole fact that Malone's losing his mind because of fear toxin as well. It's beautiful. I love whole fear factor stuff and play theater or security theater. It's all security theater at the end of the day, which is brilliant. I should have talked about that last week. We'll talk about that next week. All right.
Yep.
So I picked up Amazing Spider-Man. Guess what? It was all trick and it was all fake. It's really Gwen Stacy and she's really a villain and nobody cares because you're just trying to get people to read nostalgia pills and you're not selling them correctly. So screw you, writer. You're horrible at it. Defenders. I like a good Defender story, and I was on board with this, even with the obscure paneling in it. But this whole box that contains emotions, and that literally happened in here, and it releases the emotions to get rid of the big Devourer guy, and Doctor Strange has got to divert it, even though his magic's all fucked up. He's forcing his way through it, and it comes off as a rainbow, because fuck Marvel.
Wow, that's very reminiscent of Paul.
Seriously, you did a Care Bear stare in here. You did a Care Bear stare. Don't fucking tell me otherwise. Let's see. The Me You Love in the Dark. This is creepy.
That's the one. That's the second print, right?
No, that's number
issue 2.
Oh, did I? Okay, I didn't know number 2 came out today.
Yeah, it says so right there. It says issue 2.
Well,
So,
thank you for
yeah.
Captain Obvious.
So I'm digging this, and I'm digging this because I really like Scotty Young's styling, the way he paces things out. This is not like the other stories we read where they're just like screwing around to delay time. They're building suspense in this, and I like the suspense to it. Again, if you're used to Scotty Young's writing, not his art style, my wife collects his art style, but his writing is very drawn out, and it takes its time to put you in a place. And that is just absolutely genius, and I love him for it. And what's going on, Porter's Hide? Sorry I missed your show earlier today, but I was in the garage and then I caved in. But yeah, I like Scotty Young's writing in this. I love the way he paces it out. He makes you want more, and he makes things interesting. And in this one, he's taking a more creepy role to it, which I would like even more. I like a little of the creepy. So let's see what goes on with this. It keeps making me want to say, what's going on in the next issue? What's going on? Like, he keeps you on that. And that's just smart writing. So thank you for that. And that's it.
Oh, that's all you got?
No, I actually have an another stack over here, but it's nothing from this week. It's all just stuff.
We'll save that stuff for your channel.
That's why I have a channel.
That's a nice segue. So we all actually, I don't anymore. I have a channel, but I don't do anything on my channel anymore. I do everything right here on this one. But Mike has a channel. Joe has a channel. Go sure to check out those guys. If you're not already subbed, go sub them up. And thinking of subs, we are at 889, 11 more subs, and we're at 900. Joe didn't think that'd be possible because I was talking at 900. Like I said, I'm hiring a production assistant that's going to do everything. It'll probably just be my wife standing off the side to hit buttons for me. And I'll have to promise something. I don't know what it is.
Comic Tom has them buttons. He hits boop. You watched Comic Tom recently?
I don't watch Comic Tom anymore.
He's got a.
Sorry.
They used to do the thing with the animated characters doing the hayukas across the thing too. Back when he first got started, I remember that.
He has like a thing now where you could hit a button and it'll sound like an explosion.
Yeah.
He copied us.
Bueller had a thing too for a while when he was doing it all on his own before he brought that other guy on. Yeah, I remember that stuff. Good times.
Okay, so yes, in just over a week, I'm flying out. I'm not going to hang out with these guys for the first few days, but I will be in Virginia Friday. And that Friday will be, today's the 10th, 17th, it'll be the 25th. Yeah, the 25th. We're going to be...
That's a Saturday.
25th is Saturday, 24th is... Yes, that's right, because... Yeah, you're right. So 24th, yeah. So 24th, we'll be doing a live show, all three of us together in one area doing a live show, not this here. We'll be all big in our true abundant selves on one big screen. Unless we want to make it more comfortable and actually go to separate rooms and do it like we do it here, just to make it.
I think I like that idea.
So if you are in the... if you are in the Virginia area, I don't know if any of you guys are, you should definitely hit us up. We'll go hang out for the day, dig through comic books, all that fun stuff. Joe will buy you a beer. So definitely.
We're going to go, we're going to go to Pixels in downtown Norfolk. If you're in the Norfolk, Virginia area and you want to hang out and catching us on the rerun, just hit me up on IG. We can figure something out. But we got to take, because Dave's a huge pinball guy. Apparently, he likes sticks and balls. So we're going to take him to a place where he can, he can let us.
I didn't know he was a huge pinball guy. I play pinball once in a while. If I see like an Elvira machine, I'll definitely play that.
You went to the museum in Las Vegas. That's where I got
It was something to do, and it was free.
It was Vegas, and that's what you chose?
Because I don't gamble and I don't drink, so...
Oh, you drinking this weekend, Bubba. You come ready.
Yeah, I'm sure that your wife wants me puking all over the spare bedroom.
I have 2 bars in my house. We were drinking here.
I don't know what happened there.
After tomorrow, I will be
Must
on
have-
vacation.
Yeah, so as in Double S says, everyone get your Huey Palooza tickets soon. Limited edition Huey Brony shirts are still available. If somebody buys one, I'll definitely sign it. I'll sign it. I don't care. But
while you guys are here, we're also going to the launch of the laser. I'm going to do that with you guys over here. We'll go live and
we're going to do launch
the
of laser. We're going to put Mike's going to be a mile down the road with a mirror on his crotch to see if he can bounce it back. And he'll sit there and do his little thrusting around with the mirror. We'll give him a pretty small mirror. We're not going to give him a big mirror. We want it pretty small. Aim small, miss small.
It's just going to.
Yep. So, with that note, talking about Mike's tiny mirror, we'll go ahead and call it a night. Whether you blast it or whether you stash it, happy reading, and we'll catch you guys next Friday before we head out to the Palooza. Yes.
I just want to say real quick, Austin LeMay was in the room. He is doing the Blaster Stash It variant cover for Delta Dogs for us. I definitely wanted to give him a shout out. I don't know if he's still in the room. I'm sorry I didn't mention this earlier. I felt bad. Just I'm trying to make it fit, but I definitely wanted to recognize him. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. This thing's going to be hot. Oh, my God. This dude is a legit art. Like, so nice. It's going to be awesome, and everybody's going to like it. So, like, the other two guys from Blaster Stash It haven't even seen it yet. I'm keeping it as a surprise. But we're doing a Blaster Stash It variant cover. Definitely keep your eyes open for that. And we're going to try to figure out something really cool to do for everybody out there. He's like, I explained what I wanted, and I did it in my erratic, weird way. And he has taken it and just, I don't know if that dude reads my mind or if he can just take images out of heads. I don't freaking know. But I'm going to tell you right now, guys, this is going to be hot. This is gonna be the shit, and it's gonna be so cool, and we're gonna have a good time with it.
Last thing too, go message Ranger Stranger. Let him know you want your free stickers from the Blast. Say, hey, I saw your interview on the Blast or Stash show. I want them stickers, and he'll get some stickers out to you. So whether Blast it, whether Stash, happy reading, and we'll catch you guys next Friday night.